with any martial art, you're probably going to have injuries at some point.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, like I said, in class, in our instruction class, we teach the technique. You partner up with somebody. You very slowly run through the technique with that person, just as a drill. It's a muscle memory drill. After the end of that class, for those that want to, they can stay for the second class, which is, you know, it's a sparring class, sparring ground grappling. You know, they can stay for that. You know, I would say probably most of, probably half maybe, stay for that, and they enjoy it. But yes, you're absolutely right. No different than any other physical activity, whether it's volleyball, basketball, football, grappling, whatever it is, you're bound to get some injuries. And yeah, it happens. You know, and I, you know, I've probably been hurt more than anybody collectively because I'm on the mats every day. But I can tell you that, you know, part of our history and philosophy is this thing called the 753 code. And in that code, it's a kind of a guide on how to live healthy, meaning physically but also mentally. And one of the things I like to focus on is being positive, right? Every time I have an injury, believe me, I don't celebrate it. I don't celebrate it. But I do look at it and go, okay, how can this injury help me? You know, how can this injury teach me to use other parts of my body? Or how can this injury teach me to look at self-defense differently? Because the reality is you can't tell an attacker at the ATM, hey, listen, I got a bad knee. Can you rob me like in about, I don't know, 6 weeks when it heals? You don't have that option. So every time I get an injury, I do whatever I have to do to train around it. If it's a knee, I'll just stay on my back and I'll learn how to defend myself from my back. If it's a finger, a toe, a shoulder, whatever it is, if it's an arm, I'll tie my arm to my chest and just use one arm. And my jiu-jitsu personally has gotten exponentially better because of injuries. Now, I'm not selling injuries. I'm not saying go out there and hurt yourself on purpose. But I will tell you that in our advanced classes, we do handicap ourselves on purpose. You know, we'll tennis balls. We'll put tennis balls in our hands because that basically disables your fingers, meaning you can't grab if you're holding a tennis ball. You know, things like that. Or I'll tell people, okay, guys, just one hand today. And immediately it makes your brain think, how am I going to operate now that I only have one hand? You know, so it's the same theory, but, you know, someone who can't see, you know, their hearing's typically better, things like that. So, yeah, so you do get injuries a lot. Okay. I shouldn't say a lot. The more you train, it just kind of goes hand to hand.